Morning, morning, morning. Good morning, love. It's my favorite love song. I love it all night long. Good morning. Good morning.
Shut it.
I was broken, I was acting up for good reason, lost all of
hold on to it. Hold. Well, welcome to 2019. Welcome to, I'm going to try so hard. Oh, wait, that's not supposed to happen. I'm going to try so hard not to curse today. I don't know how realistic it is. Good morning, loves. It's your girl, Fathom DJ, live and direct here via Spreaker. It is 2019, and it is January the 2nd. How wonderfully blessed we are to be here. I am live with my man's Terrence Stevenson. I'm live with my man's Howard Bailey. And we are blessed and grateful. I know somebody better be blessed and grateful to have woke up this morning. I got this concept I need to try out because I got all these cool new tunes that I've been collecting, at least MP3 wise. And so, I mean, I have a bunch of 45s that I've been collecting too. Some of them, I'm thinking about rocking some flip sides. We're not doing that today because if you saw my memes the other day, then you know what my spirit looked like when I was playing them tunes the other day. I got a little magical trick I'm going to pull, so I'm not really worried about it too much. But I'm not doing 45s today because maintenance-wise, I have some things that I need to work on in my life currently. And I'm not the most domestic chick, so like cleaning records and putting them back where they belong, because that's not really my steez. I'm really going to work on it because I know it's a part of the process, but it's part of the reason why I'm not that enthused. I love vinyl. I love the sound. I love the authenticity. I love the classic tunes that I'm collecting. I do not love wiping records off and making sure they're not scratched and all the stuff I was doing the other day. That's beyond the point, though. What I want to do today is I want to play a bunch of songs that I have collected, and I just want you to vibe with me. This hour, I'm not going to be like blending. And for those of you who are here with me, you just rock with the journey, and I appreciate that. But I got all these tunes that I'm excited about these tunes, and at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. Ooh, yeah, I almost slipped the F word in there. But I am going to, at some point, blend some joints, but I want to play some of these new tunes. And if you're available, like I know some of y'all are at work and stuff, if you're available and you want to comment on what you think about the tune, that would totally be cool. I need interaction in my chat room. I thought it'd be a good idea. I also have to run around and let people know that I'm live. And if anybody would like to help me do that, you can most certainly share the link. Now, I don't know how that happens on your end, but I think you can totally share the link in your browser if you're on your computer. I don't know if you can cop the browser from your phone or whatever. I can, but I'm looking at it from a different perspective. Yeah, we're gonna get into this new year. Terrence, I'm not gonna back you on the new you and shit, because I got some old shit that I like about myself. Oops, there's that word. But I also have some new things that I need to embrace. So I'm not about to be new me. Did you hear the crinkle? That means I might need to embrace some newness. I'm not about to be the new me. Oh, people listening at work. I hope you're not listening on the external speakers, which only creates the idea that I probably need to go ahead and really refrain so you can continue to listen and not get fired. We're going to do this Jasmine Sullivan. She's one of my favorite vocalists. And it's like a little snippy snip.
Start liquor got me thinking that I'm calling you. Ooh, nobody's but this ain't fair. Who's there? Who's in love? You.
Hummingbirds do fly. Winter turns to spring, and luckily a wounded heart will heal, but never much too soon. But everything will change. The young become the old. Mysteries do unfold. For that's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. There are not many things in life you can be sure of, except rain comes from the clouds, sun lights up the sky, the hummingbirds do fly. Rain comes from the clouds, the sun lights up the sky. Music, pretty music, makes me cry. I love you too. Thanks. We'll learn that and we'll include that in the future. God bless you. Thank you, George Benson. Thank you, Nina Simone. Thank you, Bernard Eigner and Quincy Jones. They introduced me to that song. I got discovered singing that song at the Shrine Auditorium in LA in 1976. I have not looked back. I've only sang. I'm 61 years old now. I was 20 then. All right? Thank you. Yeah. How's everybody feeling? All right now. That's all we have to do is feel good. Yeah? Play it, Nick. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, a new day, a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Oh yeah. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. A river running free, you know how I feel. Blossom in the breeze, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, a new day, a new life for me, and I'm feeling mighty good, y'all. Oh, well.
Tickle it, baby. That's right.
Take it and keep.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm normally not a fan of live versions, but it's so much energy in these live versions. That's why I'm rocking with them right now. It's fun. This is Joe Sample and Randy Crawford.
Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a bold world and a cold world for me. And I'm feeling mighty good. So well. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Freedom is mine, that's how I feel. This old world is a cold world and a cold world.
I got to say this. I got to say it. Jesus. Okay, so the other day, what's today? Wednesday. So last Wednesday, we had a long conversation. There was very little music during my set, but I mentioned that I was going to be playing with the Kickback Band at the Untitled. So we did that, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun. And I'm not the girl to want to rock samples because I really like working with live musicians, and I like the journey of recording live musicians because it's a lot of energy. And these particular individuals that I've worked with over the past 3 years on my projects are so dope that working with them is what I needed to do for several reasons, from an archivist standpoint and also from a furthering. But if Joe Sample was alive today, I probably would be stalking him. Because he isn't, I am compelled, and this is a new thing, it's a new year, we're going to do some new things. I'm compelled to chop up some samples and put it in a tune based on the fact that Joe is not with us, and I live for him as well. Terrence Stevenson, thank you so much. That was a dope tune. We're going to keep it moving. I'm trying to get my bearings up because, like, I didn't get that much sleep. I woke up at my normal time. I could tell you some things that you probably don't know about me, and, you know, that would be like me being on Facebook. And since I don't really spread all of my business on there either, I'm not going to tell you everything, but sometimes I wake up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then when it's time for morning love, I'm ready to take a nap. This is not an exception. So bear with me. We're going to rock these tunes. I hope you feel the energy of this music. It is why I'm still continuing my process of playing good music and, of course, now making good music. We're going to play this tune from Ronnie Foster. It's called Tuesday Heartbreaking. Of course, it's kind of Stevie Wonderish, I think. Ooh wee. So how about this? How about that was the dopest break ever? How he took you all the way up and then brought you back. See, that's the emotional concept. Like, people don't get the energy of these musicians. I've been listening to so much jazz, like bossa, samba, rare grooves since September, actually. But especially for the last month, I've really been listening to a lot of jazz because I appreciate that level of musicality. Some of these people ain't in the chat room with us talking in the inbox and stuff. I don't really know if I'm feeling that. We have a lovely chat room. We have 2 brothers in the chat room. You know, they might be interested in communicating with you, networking, what have you. If you came in the chat room, that would be wonderful. Understand if you don't want to. It's cool. Tom Misch is a very talented European musician and singer. And I've been collecting a few of his tunes, and this one is called Disco Yes. And it makes me want to laugh because my disco set the other day said disco no. But anyway, I'm going to rock this tune. We're going to keep it moving live and direct. We are here. It is Wednesday. This is Morning Love. It happens every Wednesday. I'm going to change the time to 10 o'clock because it just works better for me at this point. Unless something happens and I cannot join you, then we'll have to adjust. But as for now, we're looking at 10 o'clock on Wednesdays, and I appreciate you tuning in.
But I need to go. I want to be the best of you. I just don't know what to do. 'Cause baby, yes, I'm crying for you. The time that we were spent together, fighting through this English weather. And as the pressure builds, so does the tension between you and me. Time has gone so far, watching the leaves fall from our tree. Love you. I just don't know what to do. 'Cause baby, yes, I'm crying for you. The time that we have spent together, fighting through this English weather. And as the pressure builds, so does the tension between you and me. Time has gone so far, watching the leaves fall from our trees. Baby, I just want you. I still love you, love you, love you.
How wonderful is that? So, man, I wasn't expecting some of these tunes. I'm not gonna tell you everything because it's not really that important. But the thing of it is like listening to these live recordings. I didn't go to any live shows last year. I didn't. Did you? Last year was not my year to do anything but reflect on my life and figure out what directions, new directions I want to go to this year and go into. So, having said that, I definitely need to incorporate some live shows that I'm not playing in because I have done a few live shows. I did a few last year. And I ended my year doing a show with the Kickback Band, and you need to check the Kickback Band out. You definitely need to holler at Cliff Wallace, who is the lead drummer for the Kickback Band, as well as he's got a bunch of bands that he works with, but he's got a big band that I live for, and I got to try to check them out this year. They got a couple shows. Let me see if I can find that. This is some laid backness. Of course, there are quite a few shows on this podcast that you can check out that are a little more formatted. Okay, he hasn't posted any of his upcoming shows. He had a gig bundle at the end of December, and I was a part of that. But he hasn't posted. January 6th, he's doing Soulful Sundays, the Kickback plus Taylor Shane and the Coalition, and that's happening at Reggie's, 2105 South State. So if you're in Chicago, Soulful Sundays, it starts at 7. Of course, unfortunately for me, I could probably creep by for a hot minute before Bureau. I'm sorry, I'm calling it 16th Street. I have to deprogram. And live music is alive and well, and I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate more of that into my life and into my sets for 2019, just so you know. I'm not going to tell you all my dreams because some of y'all can't take it, but that would definitely be one of the things that I need to be involved in more is live performance with musicians. I normally do one set a year with a flutist and a vocalist, and we have to extend that based on the fact that I worked with the Kickback Band last Wednesday, and it was so off the chain. I got to figure out how to get them to give me a bigger budget so I can expand on that concept. Get it.
Like you do what you do, keep on doing it, yeah. Ooh, baby. Like what you do what you do, keep on doing it. Like what you do what you do, keep on doing it.
Oh. The one thing you really got to appreciate with some of these tunes is the fact that, like, you could tell that was recorded live. You could hear those drums and those hi-hats. It really makes me even more interested in musicianship. It makes me less interested in recording dance music the way that I've been recording it. Ooh. I have so many different loves of music that don't necessarily go with house music, and I think I've cheated myself. I cheated myself in a lot of ways by just, playing. I love house music. I do. I love soulful house music. I love lounge house music. I love Afro house or heavy percussion based house music. I do. But there's so much more to music, and I've cheated myself by not maintaining a representation. And that's the reason why I'm appreciative for Morning Love. And it's also the reason why the Sonically Free tour that I'm going to be on for the month of January is what it is, because it's going to be danceable because I love to dance. But it's not going to be all of what you may know of me for the last 3 years in terms of my production. It's definitely not going to be all that you may know of me for the last some odd years in terms of my Mixcloud account and some of this podcast even. I'm going to be expanding the universal language of music, which has always been my motto. And I need to make sure to take the kids on the journey. Now, the kids on the south side can't really get into the journey. And that's part of the reason why Sonically Free is going to be headed to the north side of Chicago. I will be rocking with Howard Bailey, Sean Dervis, Tone B at a place. What's this Kimski thing about that I didn't get the memo about? Kimski Maria's. Just they did a switch on us. Anyway, it's in Pilsen, and that's happening June. See, that's why I needed to take a nap. January 20th, and that's a Sunday. So I'm gonna hit them off with a little Fathom DJ flavor, and then I'm gonna head to Bureau. If you're in Chicago, if you're not, then I would say the best thing to do is to that next Wednesday to make sure that you tune in, because I normally end up referencing something about what I played during our Morning Love sessions on Wednesday. In light of the Morning Love sessions and me touring, I found it again. So I have a storage space full of vinyl, but I was listening to some stuff on Spotify, and I found this Grover Washington tune that just rocks my world, and I got to play it for you.
I know a place down in old South America, right there in the heart of Brazil, Bahia. That's where people still have strong ties to Africa, and their music echoes the name Nigeria. Shango, Obiche, Macumba, all tied together by voodoo music. People are on a natural high. Samba spirit is a true testimonial to the power of Africa's ritual. Every night they samba out on the beaches. It's a perfect setting for romance. Let your body dance. It's a bacchanal with a feeling just like carnival. Everybody samba, going crazy. Your life is missing soul satisfaction. Remember, Bahia's weekend to just make it right. Excitement, passion, feeling all come together in magic. Fire burning for you day and night. Don't you know the samba's waiting to get you? From the time you hear the music start, it will take your heart, it will take your soul, it will take you if you're young or old. Just like samba, going crazy on Friday. Samba sound feels something that makes you feel alright. Education, but I can see right through a powdered face on a painted fool. Let me slip through. Why you tryna hold me back? I'm just tryna move up front, little more this, little less of that. Can you feel me? Let me come through. I'm tired of being in the back. I'm just tryna move up front, little more this, little less of that, yeah. They tell me I was born to lose, but I made a good thing out of bad news. I don't watch the ankles break. Whoa, whoa. I know you wish I would fade away, but I got more to say. Lord, they pray. Ow! Let me slip through. Why you tryna hold me back? I'm just tryna move up for a little more, this, little less today. You feel me? Let me come through. I'm tired of being in the back. I'm just tryna move up for a little more, this, little less today, yeah. They tell me I was born to lose, but I made a good thing out of bad news. All day, all night. All right. All day, all night. All right. Oh, why? All day, all night. Oh, why? All right. Oh, why? All day, all night. Oh, why? They tell me I was born to lose, but I made a good thing out of bad. My sister, I am your mind. Within you is a never-ending magnitude of infinite strength, wisdom, and will. You travel my roads through life never knowing your own true reality because my thoughts remain like distant quasars. You abuse me, never letting me say and do as I feel. Our thoughts split from love affairs to choice of friends. We argue like two enemies, yet we are good friends. Now there are moments when we harmonize with each other and become one with nature and reality. But these times are few, when after you have replenished yourself, the fear of the truth sets in. We split and you start to run again. Running through women, men, jobs, people, and life, looking for the answer when I had it all along. But I smile, because I am your mind. I was your mind yesterday, I am your mind today, and I'll be your mind tomorrow. And as our end draws near, we will become closer. But you and I, we will never be one. For I will part from you, and you will part from me. You finding another mind, and I another soul. And we'll travel on and on. By the way, I need more than sex to nourish my equilibrium. But I do need sex. I also need sun, trees, stars, creativity, and love. But you saturate my soul with too much of one and not enough of the other. Therefore I cry. But why do we cry? Because tears cleanse the windows of our minds. I am your mind. All your thoughts inside your mind, wanting to be free. Well, now you've got the chance to let your mind grow and be free. Because the music is just trying to say things to free your mind.
And if you let your mind be free, then you can understand mine. There's no need to be afraid of me. I want to be your friend. I'm just trying to give you music from deep, deep, deep within. All of your dreams can become reality. My outreach is full, but you've only been turning me halfway. Turn me up, and alpha and theta waves will spew from your pores. Knowledge, peace, happiness, and prosperity will be placed at your feet. Let's create, solve, love, accomplish, and unify. Assalamu alaikum.
Sam Jones is in the building. Oh. So my mind is not in a very parental space. So what I was thinking when, first of all, he said he doesn't only need sex, but he does need sex. I was like, I wonder how many pairs of panties did Roy Ayers collect? Because, you know, he just spit a whole bunch of game. And for some strange reason, I missed this tune. Like, it didn't register for me. And I know I have quite a few pieces of Roy Ayers vinyl, but this one didn't register for me until I was sitting at the desk listening to Spotify. And I was like, I think I need to have this. Roy Ayers, the song is called I Am Your Mind, and let's see what time it is. It is, so we've been at the 56, we're at the 56, almost the 57 minutes of the show. I'm your girl, Fathom DJ, live and direct via Spreaker. We do this every Wednesday, somewhere around the 10 o'clock hour. It's called Morning Love, and based on the idea that I didn't get much sleep this morning, I'm chilling. And I appreciate those of you who understand the power of music and the fact that it doesn't have to necessarily be played in a blending fashion in order to be appreciated. Now, I know that you listen to these vibes individually in your own right, but as a DJ, the expectation is that I'm going to always transition and blend. Sometimes the appreciation of a tune just has to happen when you just play it in its entirety. And that would be in the style of David Mancuso. And if you don't know who David Mancuso is, then your work starts now. Morning Love, live and direct via Spreaker. Fathom DJ. Oh, it's January. We got to have a conversation about this sonically free situation that I'm about to kick off. So every Sunday I do 16th Street, which is also called Bureau Bar, and I'm there normally at the hour of 7 o'clock for what I have created as Sunday's Affair. And I will be there this Sunday, and then I am headed to a space called Yokocho, which is in Wicker Park, and it is a cute little Japanese restaurant / cocktail bar, and I will be there next Friday for what, I don't know, that's like a boundless, I'm not trying to call everything, the tour is called Sonically Free. I think I'm calling that night Boundless Sounds, and I don't know how many of you recall. I used to do a night in Wicker Park and I think it was every Wednesday, called Boundless Sound Experience. And it was me and like maybe 4 other DJs, and we would play. We were supposed to be playing whatever we wanted to play. What ended up happening is we ended up getting a particular crowd, and I had to go in, and I think this is when I kind of started getting my fashioning of different nights for different venues. Not that I hadn't promoted stuff at different places, but every week was a different night for the Boundless Sound Experience. And so like one night we had like a girl party. Then one night was like house. Then one night was like the Boundless Sound and hip hop. And so I'm doing the Boundless Sound concept for Yokocho on Friday of next week. And it's cute. If you've seen it, if you've seen the venue, if you heard about the venue, then you might want to come and join me. It's in Wicker Park, and it is on Division Street, and I think it's 1700. Before we leave, 1700 West, before we leave today, I'll make sure to run you the entire list of spaces that I'll be playing in January. Oh, I got people talking to me in the inbox on Facebook, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say their names or not because they're kind of incognito. But yeah, eventually we would like for you to log in and join us in the chat room so you can meet some people because, you know, being a female DJ and amazing food. Thank you, Howie. See, this is what I like about interaction. The food is amazing at Yokocho, and you probably want to come and have some food and some cocktails and listen to me take this journey musically. But we have a female DJ. God, I can't. She's from Alabama. She lives in Alabama. And she's hanging out in my inbox on Facebook instead of in the chat room so she can meet and network with these fabulous people that I've known for quite a while. And yes, at some point she's going to stop hitting me. DJ Love Deluxe is going to stop hitting me in the inbox and get in the chat room with us in Jesus' name. So anyway, we're going to keep this mission moving. And, of course, I'm going to address a DJ set when I feel like getting up out of this, off the stool to play some tunes right now. I'm chilling so hard because I didn't sleep well. Multitasking. Yeah, multitasking is a good thing for January 2nd. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to keep it moving. I'm going to play another Ronnie Foster tune that I'm really appreciating right now as I collect these sounds and prepare for this sonically free situation.
Back in the days when I was a teenager, before I had status and before I had a pager, you could find the abstract listening to hip hop. My pops used to say it reminded him of bebop. I said, well, daddy, don't you know that things go in cycles? Way the Bobby Brown is just amping like Michael. It's all expected, things are for the looking. If you got the money, quest is for the booking. Come on, everybody, let's get with the fly mode. Still got room on the truckload of black gold. Listen to the rhyme to get a mental picture of this black man, black woman picture. Why do I say that? Cause I gotta speak the truth, man. Doing what we feel for the music is the proof. And planet on the ground, the act is so together. Bonafide strong, you need leverage to sever. The unit, yes, the unit, yes, the unit called the Jazz is delivering each year an LP filled with street goods. You can find it on your rack in your record store. If you get the record, say your thoughts are adored and appreciated. Cause we're ever so glad we made it. We work hard, so we gotta thank God. Dishing out the plastic, do the dance till you're spastic. If you diss, it gets drastic. Listen to the rhyme, cause it's time to make gravy. If it moves your booty, then shake it, baby. All the way to Africa, aka the motherland. Stick out the left, then I'll ask for the other hand. That's the right hand, black man. Only if you are noted as my man. If I get the credit, then I think I deserve it. If you fake news, don't fix your mouth to word it. Get in the zone of positivity, not negativity. Cause we gotta strive for longevity. If you buy Chuck, what's in that? A pair of Nike size 10 and a half.
Let's make moves. Never ever ever could we fake moves. Ha! Let's make moves. Never ever ever could we fake moves. Ha! Let's make moves. Never ever ever could we fake moves. Ha! Let's make moves. Never ever ever could we fake the moves. Excursions, excursions, excursions.
We gotta be a winner all the time. Can't fall prey to a hip-hop crime. With the dope raps and dope tracks, we move blocks. From the fly girlies to the hardest of the rocks. Musically, the quest is on the rise. We on these excursions, so you must realize that continually, I'll pop my Zulu. If you don't like it, get off the Zulu tip. So what can you do in the times which exist? You can't fake moves on your brother or your sis, but if your sis is a brother is a jerk, leave them both alone and continue with your work. Whatever it may be in today's society, everything is fair, at least that's how it seems to me. You must be honest and true to the next. Don't be phony and expect one not to flex. Especially if you rhyme, you have to live by the pen. Your man is your man, then treat him like your friend. All it is the code of the streets. So listen to the knowledge being dropped over beats. Beats that are hard, beats that are funky. It can get your hook like a crackhead junkie. What you gotta do is know the tribe is in the sphere. The abstract poet prominent like Shakespeare.
So these are a few tunes, of course, from that A Tribe Called Quest set we did last week at Untitled. Some samples, as well as original A Tribe Called Quest tunes. Shit was fun. You missed it. Sam didn't miss it, but you missed it. We had a lovely little crowd of people experiencing Untitled for the first time. Experiencing me doing some different shit with a live band for the first time. Hopefully it'll happen soon again.
The hand that wrote this letter sweeps the pillow clean. So rest your head and read a treasure dream. I care for no one else but you. I tear my soul to cease the pain. I think maybe you feel the same. What can we do? I'm not sure what we're supposed to do. So I've been writing just for you. They say your life is going very well.
Hey, hey, hey.
They say you sparkle like a different girl. But something tells me that you hide when all the world is warm and tight. You cry a little in the dark. Well, so do I.
Hey.
I'm not quite sure what you're supposed to say, but I can see it's not okay.
Haven't played this in a minute. One of my favorites, Belial, Robert Glasper.
He makes you laugh, he brings you out in style. He treats you well, he makes you have real fun. And when he's strong for you. And when you kiss us, it's something new. But did you ever call my name just by mistake? I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to do, so I just write some love to you.
Who would have thought that this song was created by the legendary David Bowie? Are we approaching David Bowie's Ascension Day? I bet you we are. 2016 was a very interestingly painful year for us. Oops, I forgot we're not supposed to be talking about the past. We're supposed to be moving on. Moving on, we're moving on. 2019, we are here. I'm sending cosmic kisses to my main man, Charn Ingram, in the building. What's good, my brother? Man, I need to see you so bad. We need to have a powwow soon. Yes, indeed. It's so interesting. It's so interesting how this happens. When I get stressed out, I have to sing. Yes, indeed. So here's your homework. Here's your homework. Like, this is a real loose session. Don't hate on me because I'm being loose, because, you know, I kind of sort of blended into that tune, but I'm not blending anymore. I have this gift, and I'm not going to really go all off into it because, you know, half of you people think I'm a weirdo anyway, and I really don't give a fuck at this point. I'm a little too old. Oops, I said I wasn't cursing. Terrence. Here we go. Anyway, David Bowie's Ascension Day was January 10th of 2016. And it's memorable. And I have this thing. Sometimes I just roll up on a feeling, and something about that feeling leads me to spaces of people's tunes who aren't with me or with us anymore. And that's one of them empath, intuitive things that I admit to having. Yeah, a magical dude. And if you get an opportunity to Google the original by David Bowie, which is also called Letter to, I'm not sure if it's Hermione or Hormone, but that is his tune, and Robert Glasper and Belial. I'm calling him Belial this year. Belial covered that joint. And it is one of my absolute favorites. And clearly that's true, because Charon Ingram just hit my inbox and said, I remember you singing this tune. Yes, you do, because it is one of my absolute favorites. So I'm gonna do a little DJ set for you. I'm still licking my wounds from from when was it? Day before yesterday. I played vinyl. I played a whole hour of vinyl, and my spirit was like, meerp, because it's been so long. I cannot believe what I will say to you before I start the set. We take it up a bunch of notches. As an artist, and I have several, I'm a multimedia artist. Whatever that freeform version of your art is, don't stop doing that freeform version. So if you sketch and draw with a pencil, don't stop sketching and drawing with a pencil. If you're a graphic designer and unfortunately you learned how to do graphic design on a computer, it would be interesting for you to have to take some kind of typography class or to take a printing class. Now, of course, I took shop at CVS. That's the school I went to. And we had a typography class. We had a graphic design class, and there were printers, and we had to set type and print physical copies of business cards and stuff in class. So I know a little bit about that life. So for the last over 10 years, I have been DJing digitally. Now, of course, thank God I never gave up my 1200s, and I never gave up my vinyl collection. So when I was asked for this sonically free tour that I'm about to go on the north and northwest side of Chicago to incorporate vinyl into my set, I was like, cool, because I've been collecting these 45s for the last year. I could play some vinyl. So I'm like, okay, I need to brush up my behind. There is a thought process. There's a mentality that has to be shifted. I have to tell you this. A mentality that has to be shifted when you go back from the digital world to doing things in a physical, analog fashion. And I'm not supposed to curse today, but I'm going to curse anyway. I got my ass whooped on Monday playing vinyl. I'm going to get it together because I got some sets that I'd want to. I don't know that I really specifically have to, but I know that I need to start to incorporate vinyl into my sets once again. I'm going to be playing via control vinyl and turntables, but I'm going to play some actual records in some of my sets for January. And it just made me feel like I should have never stopped playing vinyl. Not to say that I shouldn't be addressing, because I've made more money in the digital world playing vinyl than I have playing analog. But the practice of it and the skill of it is beyond anything you will experience using controllers. And I'm going to blog about it, so just stay tuned for that. I would like to invite everybody to come into the chat room on Spreaker, and it would be so helpful because I got people talking to me in the inbox on Facebook. I got people talking to me in text messages and on Instagram. And I'm overwhelmed.
me.
Thank you very much. Live and direct via Spreaker Fathom DJ every Wednesday, 10 a.m. I was late. Saying you weren't the only one that was late.
Girl, you know I want you. 'Cause I've had dreams of being next to your sexy maker. Girl, you know I want you, want you. I wanna love you, baby, dust the dawn in your sexy maker. Girl, you know I want you. 'Cause I've had dreams of being next to your sexy maker. Girl, you know I want you, want you. I wanna love you, baby, dust the dawn in your sexy makeup. Dreamed of kissing you in the dark, babe. I always wish that you would feel my heart, babe. I'm on a mission to get a little bit of love, man. I'm hugging and kissing you more than a little bit of touching, touching, touching. Should I compromise when this is getting better with each phrase that you whisper, girl, sweetly seems to turn me on. 'Cause girl, you know I want you, want you. 'Cause I've had dreams of being next to your sexy maker. Girl, you know I want you, want you. I wanna love you, baby, dust the dawn in your sexy maker. Girl, you know I want you, want you. 'Cause I've had dreams of being next to your sexy maker. Girl, you know I want you, want you. Yeah. I wanna love you, baby, dust the dawn in your sexy maker. Once a passerby, now a fan. Tell me what must I do to be your man? To have you next to me every night. So I've been laid out from work, my rent is due. My kids all need brand new shoes. So I went to the bank to see what they could do. They said, son, look like bad luck got a hold on you. But it's too tight to mention.
Classic and always relevant, Jesus Christ. History repeats.
We're talking about money, money. 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 We're talking about money, 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 money. We're talking about.
Oh my God, this song makes me laugh. I remember watching these videos as a kid. They had a video for this song, if you can imagine, and the Whispers. And so I used to sit and wonder which one of them dudes that was singing did my mother like.
Make sure that what you see is on the surface. And I might just be what you expect me. There's that possibility. Just strip away your guard and only speak what's on your mind. 'Cause whatever I tell you, you know it's from the heart, and that's the bottom line. In the rock, just can't fake it. Go and see what you're made of. In the rock, I can't change it. Everybody's got their own way. In the rock. In the rock. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from what you really are inside. You never gain from telling lies. The truth wears no disguise. In the rock. That's the only way to find out. Some that look at love for years, they waste the time with so many tears. To make sure love's on solid ground, you've got to break it down. In the rock, that's the only way to find out. Oh, oh. Ooh, in the rock. So let's break it down to the real thing. When you look at me, but only see what's on the surface. And I might just be what you expected me. There's that possibility. Just strip away your guard and only speak what's on your mind. 'Cause whatever I tell you, you know it's from the heart, and that's the bottom line. In the rock, just can't fake it.
I can't stop laughing.
See what you're made of. In the rock, I can't change it. Everybody's got their own way. Yeah, in the rock, I'll show you just what I am made of. Ooh, in the rock, back to the heart is where I'm going.
Me, plug 3, the one they go baby Huey,
The one that gets all the buddy, all the buddy.
Yeah, that's right.
A fat funky fruit with a whole lot of tang. A little something called doing their own thing, breaking the beat. Others wish they broke breaks line so dope that it just might choke. Don't fight off something that you can't chew,
but don't trail behind
when I'm coming through.
Frontin' the feel that you really can't feel,
'Cause you're trying to feel what's on my reel to
A
reel.
tree is growing.
Can't you see what I see? A ripe new fruit to boot. We count to 10 before we pass the cooties.
Now that's family.
Equipped with the brothers and the sisters and the sisters and the brothers, with
And
all the others.
With the funky flares, the bugged out hairs. It's the life of Riley. I'm really ready, gazing at the Gallowfield rap.
The cool June bugs, the wicks, the wax. Praise the rhythm for what it be, and praise the Lord for the JBs.
Isn't it cool when you cut your hand and the blood is red instead of sellout green? This is not music for an R&B mind. This is flower intertwined with a vine.
In other words, this is raw.
You see what I mean, or see what Grandpa Bam saw? The funk we transmit is unstable. One condition if I am able to say.
Yes, you may.
Well, hey, let's get on with it. Vocal confetti is thrown, sometimes spit it out the vents of hecklers and fans. Either which way, they all hop on the band. The band, the band. Here comes the band, a tribe of fingers all on one hand. Me, myself, and I is dark. Moni Love, the mouthpiece is now yours to spark.
Sister Moni, the only one here who missed the plane back to London. Resided with my brothers and I learned a lot from them. About the groove, how to be smooth and plain funky. And sometimes rated it's kinda funky, but it's cool. But we are beyond the stereotype. Coordination crazy, but still it sounds hype. Rocking off and on beats, and I do believe I'm right.
You're right.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Don't be mad, be glad I missed the plane. I'm staying with my brothers Jungle Soul and the tribe I'm staying. Funky, funky rhymes that always stay in swing. I believe we're doing our own thing.
Well, my family sets all the
trends from soul to soul on to loose ends. A&R men sign groups like them.
That's where the money's at, honey.
Yeah, the industry's filled with copycats. R&B mixed with sloppy raps. Tribes like us always open doors. But what for? So you can get yours? You ain't into it, all you want is profit. So I ask you please to stop it. Leave me alone, get off my bone. Cause I'm doing my own. A new seed, a new breed, a new menu to feed the greed. A new pair of boots for a new piece of butt. Sweet daddy, are you there? Spinning back for a rap that's laid back. Ready to kick back, those give no slack. I may rock a rhyme or may start to sing, but still I'm doing my own thing. In food of jungle and daisies, play the singing, let the vibes raise me. All hold hands and let's walk about. Form a circle and talk about. Don't follow the path that we're stepping. Truth to the soul's what I'm cramming. Reasons for this is the family stronger, like Bob Marley said. Seeing's believing, so see and believe. And let the groove of the new proceed. A whole bunch of love, peace signs, and fun. So let's do what's got to be done, you know?
I'm not mad at memories. I got a bunch of new tunes I want to play, but I have to unbreak some habits. Live and direct via Spreaker, Fathom DJ, Morning Love. Good morning, loves. It's 2019. And I'm not trying to push myself to be a new person. I'm just trying to push myself to be a better person. Don't ever ask me why I love Sister Sledge anymore. One man, one band, Nile Rodgers, Chic, Luther Vandross, arranger and writer of vocals. Come on. indeed. Another one of those tunes, highly sampled by A Tribe Called Quest and a bunch of other people. Fatback Band, Let the Drums Speak. Dedicated to my man Cliff Wallace. Little Drummer Boy, Part 1. Doing my house sets, like I'm incorporating some other sounds. I hope you hear me undoing it. It's a test.
If I can just shut out the world today, I can't help but get down on my knees and pray that we will stay. I stand for love.
Yeah, man.
If you walk around the alleyway, the homeless people with no place to stay, so I must pay. I stand for love. Solve the problem some you know we've got to fight, so we must
This is one of my favorite songs in life. 2019, we need to take a stand.
You've got to take a stand. You've got to take a stand for love. A stand for love. For love. You've got to take a stand. You've got to take a stand for love. A stand for love. For love.
I did my audition already, Terrence. I did that already. I did that on Facebook earlier. You heard it. You saw it.
Plain to see there's got to be a better way, so we must take a stand for love. Stop the violence, come together, make a better day. Stop the hatred, love each other, it's the only way to take a stand for love. You've got to take a stand. You've got to take a stand for love. A stand for love. For love. You've got to take a stand. You've got to take a stand for love. A stand for love. For love.
I didn't play this tune that much last year. Yeah, I need somebody to play this tune for me when I'm not DJing, so I can get on the floor and express myself. Hey! Baseline is everything. live and direct via Spreaker Fathom DJ on the ones and twos for Morning Love. I need a nap. about to tell my age, like y'all don't already know. When I hear this song, I think of Rerun from What's Happening. Cause like, who can't pop lock on this joint? In the red beret with them suspenders and shit. Let's just keep it real, dog.
Take me to your place in space. I'm sick and tired of the rat race. On a rocket ship, no time to wait. I just want to gravitate.
Via Spreaker, Fathom DJ on the ones and twos. Let's see. The last tune was an edit of Galaxy by War. The drums underneath this are super funky. And I hate categories for music.
I've been so stuck deliberating. Why am I in this place when I should be moving on? The thought of you is so frustrating. Gotta shake it off. I don't know what it is me patient. Maybe I'm holding on to see if something will change. Deep inside I know it's time I'm wasting. Maybe I'm too soft. You got me running. You got me running. You got me running. Now I totally agree with my conscience telling me let it go. Let it go. Time to give it up. 'Cause this is just a part of your fantasy. Let it go. Let it go. Time to make it stop. 'Cause this will never be your reality. This is a love. This is a love. This is a love. I should be spending my time to find another. All the spinning around is making me unwell. But you mess with my mind and pull me underneath your spell. You got me running. You got me running. Yeah. You got me running. Oh. Now I totally agree with my conscience telling me let it go. Let it go. Time to give it up. 'Cause this is just a part of your fantasy. Let it go. Let it go. Time to make it stop. 'Cause this will never be your reality. This is a love. No. This is a love. No, this is a love. This is a love. No. This is a love. No, this is a love. People tell me you're nothing but a faker. Still I find myself holding to the promise of being a good for nothing heartbreaker.
Oh, here's a tune I've never referenced before. Super funky. Hurt So Bad, Philly Devotion. This is Dimitri Paris. Super disco edit. Okay, I'm about to curse. Where the kids? I know the kids out of school. If you're at home, oh, I'm not gonna curse. I swear. But what I'm going to say is this bass line is. This bass line is everything.
I know you don't know what I'm going through. Standing here, looking at you. Well, let me tell you that it hurts so bad.
here thinking about the idea that somebody is going to be real salty because all this time they just assumed that I only played soulful house and, you know, it was all one particular fashion and style. And here I go changing the narrative once again. I love music, man. It's everything to me. And of course, there's the idea that some of it is so acquirable that we have to dig deeper to find some rarities to play. Something that pushes our artistic ability further. So that's where we are right now. Thank you. Okay, Terrence, now I'm going to sing. This is one of my favorite songs of my life. You confess that you're no good for me, and you insist that you're hanging out over me. Let me be the judge of that. I'll tell you where it's at. My skies are baby blue. Stay for me, yeah. Sour and sweet, yeah. Oh, hey. Why do I do, why do, why do? Oh. Persistent thing advising me. Ooh, baby, now don't you dare invest in someone who's got to be free. Cause every time you come around, my heart beats, I'm on heaven bound. One nickel sky, you bring me down. Stay for me, yeah. Oh, sour and sweet, hey, oh, ha ha. Shabba-dabba-dum-da-da, do-do-do-do-do-do-da-do-da, oh. Oh, now let me be the judge of what locks me down and pulls me up. My skies are baby blue. Hey, stay for me. Oh, na 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 na. Sour and sweet, hey, ah ah. Oh. Woo! Well, that's what I'm talking about, baby. So imagine being like 16 years old, listening to this, which is considered big band music. So these cats, Dr. Buzzards and the original Savannah Band, were making big band music disco. Now, do your freaking homework. Because big band is like 40s music being reinvented by these heads in the 70s and made freaking cool. So I'm not doing boundaries this year musically. I'm not fucking doing that. I'm just gonna make really good ass music and people are either gonna like it or not like it. That's what we're doing for 2019 because I need to be happy. And some of y'all didn't make me happy in 2018. Hey! I was trying to do what Facebook suggested that I do based on the algorithms. We're not doing that. We're not doing that for 2019. You know, stop thinking about how many people liked your post and why you should continue to do that one thing that people like in Facebook. Real shit. Next stage loves you. Hey, what will it take for you to realize
She's gonna love you, boy.
Love you till the day you die. Sour and sweet, stay for me, yeah. Sour and sweet, stay for me, yeah. As long as we have, as long as we got love, baby. I talked through my whole set today. You better do that two-step, Charn. I see you, dog. Somebody better give it up to God today. Somebody better give it up to God today. There's lemon in my honey, baby. Come on. Sour and sweet. In my honey. In my honey. Hey. I'm having too much fun. I don't even have another song to play. I got caught up. Hold tight. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you this example. So this is one of the things you most certainly can't really do when you play vinyl. You see how easily I was able to snatch up a tune and work that out? Like, you really have to. I don't even remember how the freak I was able to play vinyl based on my experience. The name of that tune was Sour and Sweet, Lemon and Honey, and it is by one of my favorite groups in life, Dr. Buzzard's original Savannah band, who also made Shay Shay LaFon. Everybody and their mother knows Shay Shay LaFon. That whole particular album is so dope. I used to listen to the whole album every day going to work. And I think I was probably like 17 or something at that point. So... classic album from a classic group. And this is a classic album from a classic group and a classic producer, Andy C. of Chicago. Put out an album, BSTC. Jazz in Outer Space. Do you see how this works? Do you see how this works? Like, okay, yeah, so it's kind of housey, kind of disco, but he calls it Jazz in Outer Space. I'm about to be through fucking with y'all in categories this year. I'm done. Too old. I said I wasn't gonna curse. Sound like Auntie Fee. I said I wasn't gonna curse. I said I wasn't gonna do this, and that. But you need to know how severe it is when you live your life trying to please people. Facebook got us on some other shit. We got to get our mind back. We got to get our minds back. Yeah, for 2019, steal your mind back. I told you I had something bubbling up in me. Hey. The pleasure of being at home so you can catch a boogie. If you are at work, you know, I don't know, I know you're trying to be cool and stuff, you're trying to keep your little employment. I got my Jedi Victoria. She egging me on. Oh! Tell you some things, Linda. I'm gonna tell y'all some things. La da 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 da. Wait to meet with my musicians. It's gonna be something extra special that comes out. I know it is. Kill this song. We used to kill it. Oh, I'm an old woman. It's clear. It's clear. Man, we used to kill this song back in 1998. Hey, yeah. I used to kill this song too. So we're going to congratulate everyone on their success for 2018. And we're going to get ready for exponential growth in 2019. Power to the people. And that's a direct quote from my Jedi, Victoria. Out of it. Yes, indeed. Victoria, I see you. Charon, I see you. Sam, of course, I see you boogieing. Hopefully, Terrence Stevenson as well as Howard Bailey are still with us. I know I forgot to inbox a bunch of Jedis to let them know that I was going live. It's so sporadic and kind of sporadic in its way. What is that? Oh, word. Thank you, Terrence. I appreciate that. I need that image. me. Gil Scott Heron, a rework of Kenny Dope for Masters at Work. Incredible. Cinnabar 200, and I would probably say 203. If that. The time just flew. Man, oh man. Hey. like making love on the dance floor. Baby, baby, I've never been like this before. Chocolate coated, waiting for you to endure. If I had to categorize these tunes, this tune particularly, so this is where I envision this very chic and plush lounge. I know you can't go in that room, little boy. With a fabulous craft cocktail. A few of my friends looking imaginably as fiercely imaginable as possible. And all of us are smiling and everything is well with us because we have manifested all of our heart's desires.
Walking in Paris.
Yeah.
Sun, laughing with my baby, and worries I have none. Said I'm walking in Paris, and playing in the sun, laughing with my baby, and worries I have none.
As long as you got a mean two-step, dancing is all about what you feel to do with your body. Even if it doesn't make sense to everybody else, it's not about that. This is your art, your emotions, and how you express your art.
Walking in Paris,
do it.
Playing in the sun, laughing with my baby, and worries I have none.
como ciudad. Como ciudad maravillosa.
Oh, Lord Jesus. I gotta log off of Facebook. I can't take it.
Playing in the sun, laughing with my baby, and worries I have none.
Too much going on. I gotta log out of Facebook. Okay.
Every damn thing to me, and I thought that we could be what you wanted to be free, yeah. And I didn't have the tears to cry. You just made me so tongue-tied. So it's time for the next in line. Don't you want me, baby? What do I have to do? Make you want me like I want you to. Don't you want me, baby? What do I have to do? Make you want me like I want you to. Want me like I want you to. Make you want me like I want you to. You ain't that good, you played the fool. And so when you said we're through, I think I already knew, yeah. Cause I needed someone to fill the time, needed to relax my mind. So it's time for the next in line. Don't you want me, baby? What do I have to do? Make you want me like I want you to. Don't you want me, baby? What do I have to do? Make you want me like I want you to. Baby, what do I have to do? Baby, what do I have to do? Make you want me like I want you to. Don't you want me, baby? What do I have to do? Make you want me like I want you to. Don't you want me, baby? What do I have to do? Make you want me like I want you to. Do I have to do? Do I have to do? Do I have to do? What do I have to do? Make you want me like I want you to.
Yes. I gotta find the original. This is an edit of sorts. So this is the second day of 2019. Like, you don't know that. Live and direct via Spreaker, Fathom DJ. Morning love. I'm ready for some good night love.
Make that it shook, 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 all over the place. I say,
come on, baby, when the music's playing, I wanna see you dance, dance, dance. Come on, baby. Get up and dance.
Move, yeah. Move, yeah. Come on, baby. Let me show you what a man can do. I said, music. Oh, yeah. It's there. Soul into my soul. Move it on and on and down. What are we gonna do? Tell me, what are we gonna do with love now? Oh, that we found out. What are we gonna do? Let's give love a try. Let your control your destiny. Oh, and to ourselves, yes we do, to live happy eternally. Sweet life is what we've been searching for. Yeah, now that I've got it right here in my hand, I'm gonna spread it all over the land.
Yes.
Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Easy, sit down and watch my brothers lose their brain. It ain't easy to sit down and watch the whole damn world go insane.
Come on over.
Yeah, talk to me.
Have a little word with me. Yeah. Come on over.
Yeah, talk to me. Have a little word with me. Yeah, talk to me. I see sunshine in your life. Oh, there's so much things that you want to change. But if you don't find it absolutely necessary, don't stand there and act so strange. Come on over. Yeah, talk to me. Have a little word with me. Yeah, talk to me. Don't be afraid. No, no, no. Talk to me. I said, come on over. Talk to me.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Yeah. Talk to me. Oh, talk to me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey.
Oh, you got to know the word. Know the word.
Talk, 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 yeah.
Say, when you see the Rasta man coming, say, talk to me. And if you see the minister walking, yes, talk to me. Don't be afraid, get out of yourself. Talk to me. Oh, don't you know that you will find talk to me. Conversation, release the tension in your mind. Talk to me. Yeah, you can't keep it all by yourself. Talk to me. If you got something to say, talk to me. You better say it right away, yeah. Talk to me. I just don't wait till another day. Talk to me. Come on over, 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 come on over.
Oh, the transferring of energy. I got one more tune to play. I want to say this to you. I appreciate you tuning in with me as I feel like I'm undoing DJing a bit. It's like, it's an interesting psychology. So in the clubs that I've played in the venues, I won't call them clubs because they're different. Meaning some of them are lounges, some of them are bars, and some of them are clubs. In the venues that I've played in, especially in the last 5 years, I've probably played more music. I've tried to fit in musically with what was palatable for the events that I was playing on the nights that I was playing for. Like, you know, when you look in front of you, I'll read that when I'm finished. You know, when you look in front of you, what your crowd requires, specifically as it pertains to having played at places like Tantrum and Renaissance. You know what your crowd requires. And I will tell you that 99% of what I just played in this set, they have no clue about. Either they don't have a clue about it, or they think it's old. And it most certainly is old. But when you compare that to, I have to say it the way it is. When you compare, so for instance, like when I was a kid, the first concert that I went to was Gladys Knight and the Pips with my grandparents. I remember everything. I remember what I had on. I remember how my hair looked. I remember what season it was and everything. That was my first experience. Non-blacks, that's what we'll call them, take their children to concerts all the time. What happens when you expose your children to different types of music? Now, of course, they are going to find their way and they're going to associate with their peers as it pertains to what is fashionable musically for their period. So if all their friends listening to trap music and calling people a bunch of bitches and hoes and, you know, managing, doing businesses in a trap and all of these things, then most certainly that's probably what they're going to get used to in formatting. But if your children are listening to really good music and learning to appreciate that music and not just seeing it as old, then the value of people who play this music is going to rise. White folk take their kids. I've seen, like, I used to go to see Pat Metheny. I went a couple times to see Pat Metheny. White kids, those tickets weren't cheap then. White children were in those venues with their parents being exposed to jazz and soul and obscurities. So they can speak this language. So when I go on this sonically free tour to the north side of Chicago to play in these little venues, there's always that probability, because it's where I started DJing on the north and northwest side of Chicago. There's always that understanding of this language of music and an appreciation for it because their parents exposed them and had them educated, so they have a value for it. As it pertains to Renaissance and Tantrum, you got to play R&B, and it's got to be some shit everybody knows. You got to play hip hop, and it's got to be some shit everybody knows. Now, because I played the earlier sets at Renaissance, I had a little bit of room to be able to loosen up when there wasn't a lot of people in the room. But when you get this room of people who don't speak that language, the first thing they're going to think of you is that you're whack because you're not playing the top hits that everybody else is playing. So you're trying to keep a job and potentially get other opportunities from that. That's what I think we're challenged with as artists. Nobody said that you didn't have to keep your job, but what you have to do for your spirit as a creative person is to find outlets so you don't lose your creative spirit. I have to say that to you. I had this other tune that I wanted to play. That's one of my favorites. It makes me super happy. I probably won't get to play it because I know what my legacy requires. And I know what I am being faced with. And regardless to age, it is no different. You're trying to figure out how to make someone like you so that they will hire you. If you're a photographer, Charn, you know that life. If you're a graphic designer, Charn, you know that life. If you're a DJ, Fathom. Of course, I am a DJ for hire and I am capable because I'm technologically skilled that I can play any music. But I know what sets my soul free and I know what makes me happy when I play. And most of the sessions that I've done for Morning Love since we started this almost a year ago. I think it'll be a year if it's not already that we started having these Morning Love sessions. I've been able to express myself creatively, and I've used this vehicle to do that where I could not always do that in my real life as a DJ. So what's happening with the Sonically Free tour, and if you search the hashtag Sonically Free, all of the dates for January are going to come up. Now, it's not an official tour, like ain't nobody sponsoring me, blah, 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 you know. But I'm calling it that because these are spaces, and not to say that I didn't play on the North Side last year, because I did at what's that place called? The Charleston. But what's happening with this particular situation is I'm playing in a lot of very chic niche lounges on the North Side, and those are spaces where a tastemaker can like rock some obscurity and people will appreciate it and not look at you like you're crazy or not ask you to play. Who's popular right now in terms of rap music? I don't know, because I have trouble maintaining those names and spaces because they really aren't of me to do. But whomever they are that are popular, you know, we'll just say Jacquees and his half-ass singing ass. Those types of people, like, yeah, everybody knows who those people are, but that's not what you're coming to experience of tastemakers as DJs. Those are like iPod DJs and robot DJs and DJ playlists. And I can do all of those things. But what sets my soul free and what gives me the energy to continue to do all the things that I have to do in order to survive is being able to play really good music that I love and that I think people will appreciate. So that's what the Sonically Free tour is going to be about. Of course, I'm going to reference some house music. I'm going to reference some acid jazz that's danceable. I'm going to reference some soul and some funk that's danceable. Pretty much a little bit of what I played for you today, but I'm going to do it out in public. And it's going to be appreciated because I think it's going to be, I hope it is, because I would just kill my spirit if these people start rolling up on me and asking me to play Drake or something like that. I mean, there are places, you know, there are certain venues where you just know what you got to do for work, which is fair, but you also know what you need to do creatively to keep you balanced. I don't want to have regrets. And that's not realistic because I got some regrets now that I have to undo in my life. But what I'll say to you is, if you get an opportunity, if someone says to you, like, I'm going to meet with Charn soon, and when Charn and I worked together, he's a photographer. We had a photo shoot. Ooh, I can't believe it's been 4 years. It's been a minute. It's been 5 years, I think, since we did that photo shoot. It's incredible that it's been that long. But anyway, I'm going to give him the reins creatively, because I know what I need from imaging, from my updates to the website that have to be made, and for my new promo cards and all that stuff. But I also know what it means from a creative standpoint, not to have somebody telling you what they want from you and allowing you to use your creative licensing. It's important. I am working with the Bureau / 16th Street right now, and I am pretty much almost able, within the reins of I know the guidelines. I know what they kind of want for their social media presence, but we're going to push it. We're going to push that. And we're going to try some different things in this coming year. And in terms of what I do musically, we're going to push it, because you have to be happy with your work. You have to be happy with what you give to these people. And compensation is most certainly important, because it keeps you stable. But if you leave and all you can think about is the bag, and you didn't get to give that work your touch so that it looks like your individual work, then you probably ain't gonna feel that good about it. Like, you've never heard me, like, you hardly ever hear me do a podcast where I'm playing all rap or all trap. And I've tried spiritually, but I don't want that to represent me, because it does not reflect my spirit per se. And that's what I try to give you in my morning love sessions. So I want to send you cosmic kisses and well wishes to your day and the rest of your week. I'm Fathom DJ, live and direct via Spreaker. We do these sessions called Morning Love normally every Wednesday, somewhere around between the 9 and the 10 o'clock hour. You can subscribe and you can follow, and that way you get a notification via email to tell you exactly when I'm going live. You need to search the hashtag for Sonically Free so that you know exactly where I'll be. I'll be at Yokocho on January 11th. I'll be at Booze Box on January 15th. I will be at Danny's on January 18th. I will be at Room 22 for a fundraiser on January 19th. And I will be at Maria's on January 20th of this month. All of those are in River West, Wicker Park, Pilsen, and River North, as well as my my residency, which is at 16th Street on Sundays in the South Loop. I'm sending you cosmic kisses and well wishes once again. You can find me in your World Wide Web sphere at Finding Fathom